Once again, forgot to unmute. I'm back. Hello, and welcome back. I have a cat on my lap. He climbed out of his, what's it called? His little cube thing to sit on me when he realized I was sitting with my feet up against the wall. And so now he's gonna be sitting on me. Let's see, what were we doing? Oh yeah, books. So we have a lot of books, and it's, very interesting. And this is volume 2? What? I thought it was volume 3. Volume 3, okay. Biography of Baronziah, volume 3. Uh, yeah, we already read this. Okay, let's sell the extras. Hi, what have you got for sale?
Not even trinkets,
I don't
odds
care.
and ends, that sort of thing.
I don't care who you would sell. Okay. So, we're looking for the real Baronziah Volume 2. Hi. How's it going? Little buddy? Little bro. Little cat bro. You see him? Yeah, you can kind of see him. Little kitty bro. He's rather handsome. He wants to be. Aren't you? Aren't you handsome when you want to be? Yes. Very handsome when you want to be. But you don't want to be, don't you? Huh? Most of the time, you don't want to be handsome. You want to be a brat.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days?
You tell me that every time I walk past you, dude. Yeah. Little NPC. Are you a little NPC? Huh? Are you a little kitty NPC? Yeah, do you say the same thing whenever I talk to you?
Come by Bellathor's shop.
I don't care. I have nothing to say to you. Okay, let's put all of our books in here. Let's check what this book was. Okay, this is The Real Baronziah Volume 2. Okay, by Anonymous. Baronziah and Straw settled into Riften. Okay, they're calling it Riften 2. For the winter, taking a cheap room in the slummier section of town. The whole town looks like that. Baronziah wanted to join the Thieves Guild, knowing there would be trouble if she were caught freelancing. One day, in a barroom, she caught the eye of a known member of the guild, a bold Khajiit named Theris. She offered to bet him if he would sponsor her membership. Okay. He looked over her, grinning, and agreed, but said she'd still have to pass an initiation. What sort of initiation? Ah, Theris said, pay up first, sweetness. This passage has been censored by order of the temple. I knew it was smut! Why did they publish it at all if they knew it was smut? Jesus Christ. It's like, I'm literally, like, when you're a kid and you get the smut and you skip through, like, the book parts just to the smut. This is the opposite of that. I'm skipping through the smut parts to read the book. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do if it's smut, I want to read the smut. Ugh. Shaw was going to kill her, and maybe Theris too. What in Tamriel had possessed her to do such a thing? What? She cast an apprehensive look around the room, but the other patrons had lost interest and gone back to their business. She did not recognize any of them. This wasn't the inn where she and Straw were staying. With luck, it'd be a while or never before Straw found out. Theris was by far the most exciting and attractive man she had yet met. like it, but whatever. He not only told her about the skills she needed to become a member of the Thieves Guild, but also trained her in them himself, or else introduced her to people who could. Among these was a woman who knew something about magic. Katisha was a plump and matronly Nord. She was married to a smith, had 2 teenage children, and was perfectly ordinary and respectable, except that she was very fond of cats. What is not respectable and not ordinary about liking cats? And by logical inference, they're humanoid counterparts, the Khajiit. So we do recognize that the Khajiit are kitties. And had a talent for certain kinds of magic and cultivated rather odd friends. She taught Baranzaya an invisibility spell and schooled her in other forms of stealth and disguise. Katisha mingled magical and non-magical talents freely, using one set to enhance the other. She was not a member of the Thieves Guild, but was fond of Theris in a motherly sort of way. Mommy. Baranzaya warmed to her as she had never had toward any woman. And over the next few weeks, she told Katisha all about herself. Baranzaya is hashtag not like other girls. She brought Straw there too sometimes. Straw approved of Katisha, but not of Theris. Theris found Straw interesting and suggested to Baranzaya that they arrange what he called a threesome. Theris is our bisexual king. Absolutely not, Baranzaya said firmly, grateful that Theris had broached the subject in private for once. He wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. But Theris would like it, because Theris is our bisexual king. Theris smiled his charming triangular feline smile and sprawled lazily on his chair, stretching his limbs and curling his tail, like the cat that he is. You might be surprised, both of you. Pairing is so boring, Baranzaya answered him with a glare. Baranzaya. He is our bisexual king cat. How dare you? Or maybe you wouldn't like it with that country bumpkin of yours. Sweetness, would you mind if I brought along another friend? Yes, I would. If you're bored with me, you and your friend can find someone else. She was a member of the Thieves Guild now. She had passed their initiation. She found theirs useful, but not essential. Maybe she was a bit bored with him, too. What? She talked to Kachish about her problems with men. I don't think you have problems with men. I think that you have problems with restrictive, what is it? The restrictive sexual morals of your time, darling. Let's see. Where were we? About her problems with men, or what she thought of as her problems with men. Katisha shook her head and told her she was looking for love, not sex. That she'd know. It doesn't seem like she's looking for that, Katisha. She was looking for love, not sex. That she'd know the right man when she found him. That neither Straw nor Theris was the right one for her. Baranzaya cocked her head to one side quizzically. They say dark elven women are pro something. Prostitutes, she said, although she was dubious. You mean promiscuous. Although some do become prostitutes, I suppose, Katisha said. Human women become sex workers. Jesus Christ. What is this? Ugh. Although some do become prostitutes, I suppose, Katisha said. As an afterthought, elves are promiscuous when they're young, but you'll outgrow it. Perhaps you're beginning to already, she added hopefully. This is just so... I turned off my controller because I dunked it on the desk so hard. The heteronormativity, the sheer mind-rending level of heteronormativity just oozing from this. It's breaking my brain. Anyways. Can we... I have to fix this. There we go. Let's see. She liked Baron's Eye. I had grown to be quite fond of her. You want to meet some nice elven boys, though. If you go on keeping company with Khajiits and humans, what have you, you'll find yourself pregnant in next to no time. Can you have a half kitty, half person? Or not? Can you have a half kitty, half human in this world? What does that look like? That I don't know. I don't know about this. It's kind of weird. Baron's eyes smiled involuntarily at the thought. I'd like that, I think. But it would be inconvenient, wouldn't it? Babies are a lot of trouble, and I don't even have my own house yet. I don't... This was definitely written by a dude. How old are you, Barry? 17? Well, you have a year or two yet before you're fertile, unless you're very unlucky. Elves don't have children readily with other elves after that, even what? 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 So, she's an elf. And this lady wants her to meet other elves so that she won't get pregnant. Because apparently, once you turn 17, you can't have babies because you're an elf? What? What? What did I just read? Baron's Eye remembered something else. Straw wants to buy a farm and marry me. Is that what you want? No, not yet. Maybe someday. Yes, someday. But not if I can't be queen. What? So she wants to have a farm with Straw, but only if she can be queen. What? None of this makes any sense. Katisha chose to ignore this last comment. She was amused at the girl's hyperactive imagination and took it as a sign of a well-functioning mind. I think Straw will be a very old man before someday comes, Barry. Elves live for a very long time. Okay, so elves do live for a very long time. Katisha's face briefly wore the envious, wistful look humans got when contemplating the 1,000-year lifespan elves had been granted by the gods. True, few ever actually lived that long as disease and violence took their respective tolls, but they could, and one or two of them actually did. I like old men, too, Barry said. Katisha laughed. Baron's Eye fidgeted impatiently, while Ferris sorted through the papers on the desk. Can we get, like, some kind of break that lets us know that this is, like, a different scene, like, time has passed or something? He was being meticulous and methodical, carefully placing everything just as he'd found it. They'd broken into a nobleman's household, leaving Straw to hover outside his lookout. Ferris had said it was a simple job, but very hush-hush. He hadn't even wanted to bring any other guild members along. He said he knew he could trust Barry and Straw, but no one else. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll find it to double-cross, Barry whispered urgently. Ferris's night sight wasn't as good as hers. He's a cat. He's a cat. He's a kitty. Kitties see things in the dark with their special kitty eyes. And he didn't want her to magic up even a small orb of light. She had never been in such a luxurious place. Not even the Darkmoor Castle of Count Sven and Lady Inga, where she spent her childhood, compared to it. She gazed around in wonder as they made their way through the ornately decorated and hugely echoing downstairs room. Everything is ornate and huge when it comes to wealthy people in this book, apparently, in this universe, apparently. Anyways, the Ferris didn't seem interested in anything but the desk in the small book-lined study on the upper floor. What is that? Is like, did he make a cat noise? Made a kitty noise. Someone's coming, Barry said a moment before the door opened and two dark figures stepped into the room. Ferris gave her a violent shove toward them and sprang to the window. Baron's muscles went rigid. She couldn't move or even speak. She watched helplessly as one of the figures, the smaller one, leaped after Theris. There were two quick, silent stabs of blue light, then Theris folded over into a still heap. Outside the study, the house had come alive with hastening footsteps and voices calling out an alarm, and the clank of armor hurriedly put on. The bigger man, a dark elf, by the looks of him, half lifted, half dragged Theris to the door and thrust him into the waiting arms of another elf. This is the guy who was like, I'm gonna marry her. And this is how they actually met. I bet you. Anyways, where were we? A jerk of the first elf's head sent his smaller blue-robed companion after them. Then he saunched over to inspect Baronzaya, who was once again unable to move, although her head throbbed maddeningly when she tried to. Open your shirt, Baronzaya, so I might see your... You know what I'm talking about. This man is a pervert. Baronzaya gawked at him and clutched it close. You're a girl, aren't you, Barry? He said softly. You should have stopped dressing as a boy months ago, you know. You were only drawing attention to yourself, and calling yourself Barry is your friend Straw too stupid to remember anything else. It's a common elven name, Baronzaya defended. The man shook his head sadly. Not among dark elves it isn't, my dear, but you wouldn't know much about dark elves, would you? I regret that, but it cannot be helped. Or it couldn't be helped. No matter, I shall try to remedy it. Who are you, motherfucker? Aye, so much for fame, the man shrugged, smiling wryly. I thought he was an elf. I am Symmachus, milady, tips Fedora, Baronzaya, General Symmachus of his awesome and terrible majesty, Tiber Septim the First, Imperial Army, tips Fedora again. And I must say, it is a merry chase you've led me throughout Tamriel, or this part of it anyway, although I guessed correctly, that you'd head for Morrowind eventually. You had a bit of luck. A body was found in Whiterun that was thought to be Straw's. So we stopped looking for the pair of you. That was careless of me, yet I'd not have thought you'd have stayed together this long. Yet I would not have thought. Yet I'd not have thought. I would not, you would. It's not terrible, it's just painful to read. Where is he? Is he all right? She asked in genuine trepidation. Oh, he's fine, for now, in custody, of course. He turned away. You care for him, then, he said, and suddenly stared at her with fierce curiosity, out of red eyes that seemed strange to her except in her own seldom-seen reflection. He's my friend, Baronzaya said. The words came out in a tone that sounded dull and hopeless to her own ears. Symmachus. Sycamore, a general in the Imperial Army, no less, said to have the friendship and ears of Tiber Septim himself. Aye, you seem to have several unsuitable friends, if you'll forgive my saying so, milady, tips Fedora. Stop calling me that, and stop tipping your fedora. She was irritated at the general's seeming sarcasm, but he only smiled. As they talked, the bustle and flurry in the house died away, although she could still hear people, presumably the residents, whispering together not far off. The tall elf perched himself on a corner of the desk. He seemed quite relaxed and prepared to stay a while. Then it occurred to her, several unsuitable friends, he had said. Several unsuitable friends, had he said? This man knew all about her, or seemed to know enough anyway, which amounted to the same thing. What's going to happen to them? To me? Ah, as you know, this house belongs to the commander of the Imperial troops in this area, which means to say that it belongs to me. This is smut. Oh, God. Baronzaya gasped, and Symmachus looked up sharply. What, you didn't know? Tisk, why you are rash, milady, tips Fedora. Even for 17, you must always know what it is you do or get yourself into. But the guild wouldn't have, Baron's eye was trembling. The Thieves Guild would never have attempted a mission that crossed Imperial policy. Why not? They are the Thieves Guild! No one dared oppose Tiber Septim, at least no one she knew of. Someone at the guild had bungled badly, and now she was going to pay for it because this is smut. I dare say it is unlikely that Theris had guild approval for this. In fact, I wonder. Simicus examined the desk carefully, pulling out drawers. He selected one, placed it on top of the desk, and removed a false bottom. There was a folded sheet of parchment inside. It seemed to be a map of some sort. Why do we need so much questioning about whether this is a map or not? It seemed to be a map, or it was a map of some sort. Not it seemed to be a map of some sort. Why is there so much? Why is it so superfluous, extraneous? Just give me the relevant details. Jesus Christ! It was kind of a thing, but maybe it was a thing, but also kind of maybe it was a thing. Why? What? No. Stop it. Stop it. Baron's eye edged closer. Simicus held it away from her, laughing. Rash indeed. He glanced over it, then folded it and replaced it. Okay. Folded and replaced it. Oh, yes. He's very meticulous, I'm sure. He put it back. The fuck? You advised me a moment ago to seek after knowledge. What? So I did. Did he really, though? Is that what he said? No, he didn't. He said that you'd have to know what you're doing. But that's not seeking knowledge. We must be going, my dear lady. Oh, no, wait. Suddenly he seemed to be in high good humor. In high good humor? In good humor, or in high spirits. We must be going, my dear lady. He, I hate the H's. I hate the H. It's a terrible font. He shepherded her to the door, down the stairs, and out into the night air. They went outside. No one was about. Baron's eyes started towards the shadow. She wondered if she could outrun him or elude him somehow. This is smut. You're not thinking of attempting to escape, are you? What does that mean? Is that just is that like his catchphrase? Does he have a catchphrase? Don't you want to hear first what my plans for you are? She thought that he sounded a bit hurt. You sound like a villain in a smut. Now that you mention it, yes. Perhaps you'd rather hear about your friends first. No. He looked gratified at this. It was evidently the answer he wanted, though. He looked gratified at this. It was evidently the answer he wanted, though Baron's eye thought Baron's eye, but it was also the truth. While she was concerned for her friends, especially Straw, because he is sad and pathetic and has one brain cell, she was far more concerned for herself. You will take your place as the rightful queen of Mournhold. Oh, that's fun. Simicus explained that this had been his and Tiber Septim's plan for her all along. That Mournhold, which had been under military rule for the dozen or so years since she had been away, was gradually to be returned to civilian government under the Empire's guidance, of course, and as part of the imperial province of Morrowind. That's fun. But why was I sent to Darkmoor, Baron's eye? I asked, hardly believing anything she had just been told. For safekeeping, naturally. Why did you run away? Baron's eye shrugged. I saw no reason to stay. I should have been told. You would have been by now. I had in fact sent for you to be removed to the Imperial City to spend some time as part of the Emperor's household. But of course you had, shall we say, absconded by then. Shall we say? She literally had absconded. You don't have to say, shall we say? Shall we say? No, shut up. I hate you. I hate you. I hate all of you. As for your destiny, it should be, and should have been, quite obvious to you. Tiber Septim does not keep those he has no use for, and what else could you be that would be of use to him? This is hateful. This is hateful. This is hateful to read. I know nothing of him, nor, for that matter, of you. Then know this. Tiber Septim rewards friends and foes alike according to their deserts. Ben's chewed on that for a few moments. Straw has deserved well of me and has never done any harm. He is not a member of the Thieves Guild. He came along to protect me. He earns her keep by running errands, and he... Simicus waved her impatiently to silence. I know all about Straw, he said, and about Theris. He stared at her intently. So, what would you do? She took a deep breath. Straw wants a little farm. If I'm to be rich, then I would like for one to be given to him. Very well. He seemed astonished at this, and then pleased. Done. He shall have it. And Theris. He betrayed me. Bairnseye said coldly. Theris should have told her what risks the job entailed. Besides, he'd pushed her right into their enemy's arms in an attempt to save himself. Not a man to be rewarded, not in fact a man to be trusted. Yes, and? Well, he should be made to suffer for it, shouldn't he? That seems reasonable. What form should said suffering take? Oh, that's fun. Bairnseye balled her hands into fists. She would like to beat and claw at the sheet herself, but considering the turn events had taken, that didn't seem very queenly. A whipping... would 20 stripes be too many? Do you think this is... I don't want to do him any permanent injury, you understand? Just teach him a lesson. What am I reading? Why am I reading this? Of course, this is very smutty. Simicus grinned at this. Then his features suddenly set and became serious. It shall be done, your highness, my lady, Queen Bairnseye of Mournhold. Then he bowed and tipped his fedora to her, a sweeping courtly bow, a ridiculously wonderful fedora tip. Bairnseye's heart leapt. No. Why? She spent 2 days at Simicus's apartment, during which she was kept very busy. He's 50 years old. He's like almost 50 years old. There was a dark elven woman named Julianne, who saw to her needs, although she did not exactly seem a servant since she took her meals with them. Okay. Nor did she seem to be Simicus's wife or lover. Julianne looked amused when Bairnseye asked her about it. She simply said she was in the general's employ and did whatever was asked of her. That's fun. With Julianne's assistant, several fine gowns and pairs of shoes. There's no such thing as a fine gown or a fine pair of shoes in Skyrim. Shut up. Were ordered for her, plus a riding habit. There's no such thing as a riding habit in Skyrim. Shut up. And boots, along with other small necessities. Bairnseye was given a room to herself. Simicus was out a great deal. She saw him at most mealtimes, but he said little about himself or what he had been doing. He was cordial and polite, quite willing to tip his fedora and converse on most subjects, and seemed interested in anything she had to say. Julianne was much the same. Bairnseye found them pleasant enough, but hard to get to know, as Katisha would have put it. Why did we have to put that in quotes? Why did we have to put that in quotes? Why did... This hurts my soul. She felt an odd twinge of disappointment. These were the first dark elves with whom she had associated closely. She had expected to feel comfortable with them, to feel at last that she belonged somewhere with somebody as part of something. Instead, she found herself yearning for her Nordic friends Katisha and Straw. When Simicus told her they were to set out for the Imperial City on the morrow... Oh, on the morrow. Aren't we fancy? She asked if she could say goodbye to them. Katisha, he asked. Aye, but then I suppose I owe her something. It was she who led me to you by telling me of a lonely, dark, elven girl named Barry who needed elven friends. Oh. Ew. And who sometimes dressed as a boy. She has no association with the Thieves Guild, apparently, and no one associated with the Thieves Guild seems to know your true identity, save Theris. That is well. I prefer that your former guild membership not be made... That's it? Oh, my controller fell asleep. That's fun. public knowledge. Please speak of it to no one, Your Highness. Such a past does not become an imperial queen. I don't think she's an imperial queen. I think she's an imperial subject who gets to have the title of queen, but doesn't really actually have much power. No one knows about Straw and Theris, and they won't tell anyone. No. Why wouldn't Theris tell anyone? What are they holding against Theris? He smiled, a curious little smile, unless he killed them both. No, they won't. He didn't know that Katisha knew then. But still, there was something about the way he said it. Okay, no, Straw came to the morning departure. Straw came to their apartment on the morning of their departure. They were left alone in the salon. Although Baronzai knew that other elves were within earshot, he looked drawn and pale. They hugged one another silently for a few minutes. They just stood there hugging for a few minutes. That's cool. Straw's shoulders were shaking and tears were rolling down his cheeks, but my controller died again. I think I put the dying batteries in this controller when having all that trouble with it yesterday. Let's see if this works. There we go. Let's see. Straw's shoulders shaking, tears running down cheeks, but he said nothing. Baronzai tried a smile, so we both get what we want, eh? I'm to be queen of Mournhold, and you'll be lord of your own farmstead. She took his hand, smiled at him warmly, genuinely. I'll write to you, Straw. I promise you must find a scribe so you can write me too. Straw shook his head sadly. When Baronzai persisted, he opened his mouth and pointed at it, making inarticulate noises. Then she realized what it was. His tongue was gone, had been cut off. Baronzai collapsed onto a chair and wept noiselessly. Yeah, this Simicus dude is a fucking... He's fucking batshit. Yeah, this is the part of the smut where you realize that the dude who is saving you is probably actually a psychopath, and that the original dude that you were like, you're a psychopath, is actually the good guy and is supposed to be saving you, except that guy has his tongue cut out, and so he, you know, by the law of the smut novel, he is disfigured enough to no longer be considered the hero. Yeah. But why? She demanded of Simicus when Straw had been ushered away. Why? Simicus shrugged. He knows too much. He could be dangerous. At least he's alive, and he won't need his tongue to raise pigs or whatever. I hate you, Baron. He probably doesn't know how to read or write. So how is he going to, like, buy the pigs? I hate you, Baronzai screamed at him, then abruptly doubled over and vomited on the floor. Well, that's fun. She continued to revile him between intermittent bouts of nausea. He listened... Is she pregnant? He listened stolidly for some time while Drelian cleaned up after her. Finally, he told her to cease or he would gag her for her journey to the Emperor. They stopped at Katisha's house on the way out of the city. Simicus and Drelian didn't dismount. All seemed normal, but Baronzai was frightened as she knocked on the door. Katisha answered the knock. Baronzai thanked the gods silently that at least she was all right. But she'd obviously been weeping. In any case, she embraced Baronzai warmly. Oh, Jesus. Why are you crying? Baronzai asked. For Theris, of course. You haven't heard? Oh, dear. Poor Theris, he's dead. Baronzai felt icy fingers creeping around her heart. He was caught stealing from the commandant's house. Poor fellow. But that was so foolish of him. Oh, Barry, he was drawn and quartered! Ugh. That's... I just... That's, you know, it's just kind of like shocking. It's just kind of like shocking, you know? Poor fellow, but that was so foolish of him. Oh, Barry, he was drawn and quartered this very dawn, by the commandant's order. She started to sob. I went, he asked for me. It was terrible. He suffered so before he died. I'll never forget it. I looked for you and Straw, but no one knew where you'd both gone to. She glanced behind Baron's eye. That's the commandant, isn't it? Simicus. Then Katisha did a strange thing. She stopped crying and grinned. You know, the moment I saw him, I thought, this is the one for Baron's eye. Katisha took a fold of her apron and wiped it across her eyes. I told him about you, you know. Yeah, this is your fault. Yes, Baron's eye said. I know. She took Katisha's hand in each of hers and looked at her earnestly. Katisha, I love you. I'm going to miss you. But please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone else anything about me, ever. Swear you won't, especially not to Simicus, and look out after Straw for me. Promise me that. And fuck you, you are the bane of my life, and you have caused all of my misery. Please cease with your heterosexual nonsense. It's fucked us all. Katisha promised, puzzled though willing. Barry, it wasn't somehow because of me that Theris was caught. Yes, it was. It was your fault. I never said anything about Theris to him. She glanced over at the general. Yes, you go to hell. Baron's eye assured her that it wasn't, that an informant had told the Imperial Guard of Theris's plans, which was probably a lie, but she could see that Katisha plainly needed some kind of comfort. Katisha is a rat, and she needs to go to hell. I'm glad of that. If I can be glad of anything just now, I hate to think. But how could I have known? You should have known. The commandant is a jackass, and you are a rat. She leaned over and whispered in Baron's eye's ear, Simicus is very handsome, don't you think? And so charming. Yeah, so charming that he had a dude drawn and quartered for, like, breaking into his house. Drawing and quartering is, like, what you do to, like, the most treasonous of treasonous people doing the treason. Or, like, the crazy shit. Common thievery is not a drawn and quartering thing. It's psychopathic. Anyway, where were we? He's so very charming because this is a romance. This is it. It's not even a romance. It's a smut. There's a slight distinction between a romance and a smut. And a romance does not have this in it. The fine, delicate subtext of sadomasochism. Yes, anyway, where were we? He's so charming. I wouldn't know about that, Baron-Zaya said dryly. He tips this fedora an awful lot, and I haven't really thought about it. There have been other things to think about, like how often he tips his fedora. She explained hurriedly about being Queen of Mournhold and going to live in the Imperial City for a while. Why would you tell her that? He was looking for me, that's all, on orders from the Emperor. I was the object of a quest, nothing more than some sort of a goal. I don't think he thinks of me as a woman at all. He said I didn't look like a boy, though, she added in the face of Katisha's incredulity. It's just, it's very hard on that plot. It knows, this book knows that it is smut. It knows that it is smut. Katisha knew that Baron-Zaya evaluated every male she met in terms of just sexual desirability and availability. I suppose this is like hardcore, old-fashioned bodice ripper smut. This is like early bodice, like when it's like fucking nasty shit. Oh my god, what the fuck am I reading? Evaluated every male she met. It would not recommend. Very, very bad reading. Very bad reading. But The Flower and the Falcon. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go look it up. There's others. The Pagan and the Pirate. There's all sorts of them. They're very bad. Very. Some of them are even. This is what this is. That is what this is. Let's see. I suppose it's the shock of finding out that I really am a queen, she added. And Katisha agreed that yes, that's true, that must have been something of a shock. Although there was no likelihood of her experiencing firsthand, she smiled. Baron-Zaya smiled with her. Then they hugged again, tearfully for the last time. She never saw Katisha again, probably because she was murdered too. Or Straw, probably because he was murdered too. The royal party left Riften, spelled with a O instead of an E, by the Great Southern Gate. There's a southern gate in Riften. I do not believe this. Once through, Simicus tapped her on her shoulder and pointed back at the portals. I thought you might want to say goodbye to Theris, too, Your Highness. Baron's eyes stared briefly, but steadily at the head impaled on a spike above the gate. The birds had been at it, but the face was still recognizable. Poor kitty. I don't think he'll hear me, although I'm quite sure he'll be pleased to know I'm fine, she said, seeming to sound light. Let's be on our way, General, shall we? Simicus was clearly disappointed by her lack of reaction. You heard this from your friend Katisha. I suppose you suppose correctly. She attended the execution. Baronziah said casually, if he didn't know already. He'd find out soon enough, she was sure of that. Did she know Theris belonged to the guild? She shrugged. Everyone knew that. It's only lower-ranking members like me who are supposed to keep their membership secret. The ones higher up are well known. She turned to smile archly at him. But you must know all that, shouldn't you, General? She said sweetly. He seemed unaffected by this. Of course he did. He's the main character of a smut. He doesn't have. If you're the dude main character of a smut, you do not have feelings. I mean, sometimes you're allowed to be angry, but you're not allowed to be loving, and you're not really allowed to be like affectionate. And if you are feeling like loving and affectionate, then you like feel shame because of something your dad said to you like 20 years ago. Anyways, so you told her who you were and whence you came, but not about the guild. The guild membership was not my secret to tell. The other was. There's a difference. Besides, Katisha is a very honest woman. Had I told her, it would have lessened me in her eyes. She was either always after Theris to take up a more honest line of work. Wait, hold on. She was always after Theris to take up a more honest line of work. I value her good opinion. What? She's a very honest woman. What? Oh, okay, so it's a secret. She doesn't know that she's in the guild. It would have lessened me in her eyes. And, okay, so she was always after Theris to take a more honest line of work. Katisha is kind of... She ain't the brightest light bulb in the box, now is she? Anyway, she afforded him a glacial stare. Not that it's any concern of yours, but you know what else she thought. She also thought I'd be happy if I settled down with just one man. One of my own race with all the right qualities. Who knows to say all the right things. You, in fact. She grabbed the reins, preparatory to assuming a brisker pace. What? Preparatory to assuming a brisker pace? Why are you grabbing the reins to make your horse go faster? But now without thinking, one final irresistible barb. Isn't it odd how wishes come true sometimes, but not in the way you'd want them to? Or maybe I should say not in the way you'd ever want them to. What? His answer so took her by surprise that she quite forgot about cantering off. Yes, very odd, he replied, and his tone matched his words exactly. Then he excused himself and fell behind. Oh, God, this is the turn. Anyways, he expresses some kind of emotion, and she realizes that he actually is human, and that he just has daddy issues, and that she should really, like, heal him with her love. She held her head high and urged her mount onward, trying to look unimpressed. Now, what was it about his response that bothered her? Not what he said, no, that wasn't it, but something about the way he said it. You're having a conversation. Okay. Can we just take a break here and recap? They are having a conversation about dating advice that her friend gave her over the body of her other friend that he killed. Okay? Right? And she's like, maybe he is human. Because he said, oh yeah, that's odd. What? Something about the way he said it. Something about it made her think that she, Baronzai, was one of his wishes that had come true. Kill me. Unlikely as it seemed, she gave it due deliberation. He had found her at last. After months of searching, it seemed, under pressure from the Emperor, no doubt. So his wish had come true. Yes, that must be it. But in a way, apparently, not altogether to his liking. Why can't I turn the page? Is it over? It's over at last. It is over. Okay. Oh. Okay, the real Baronzaya. Part 3! I hate this. This is all we've been doing. Where is the real Baronzaya part 3? I mean, I said that this is what we were gonna do. Okay, volume 3, there's 5 volumes. Okay. Books. Volume 3. The Real Baronzaya, Volume 3, by Anonymous, because you are a smut writer. For several days, Baronzaya felt a weight of sorrow at her separation from her friends. The mortal separation, or the separation. There's a lot of separation going on here. A lot of separation of various appendages and torsos from other parts of torso. Wait, no. Does drawn and quartering involve torsoing? No, it does not. I don't think it does. Actually, don't they cut them in half after they draw and quarter them? I think they do. I think there's something being cut in the torso area. The organs are liberated from the torso. At least I don't know the exact details of drawing and quartering. What is it? Braveheart, I believe, where they draw and quarter him. Anyways, let's see. But by the second week out, her spirits began to rise a little. She found that she enjoyed being on the road again, although she missed Straw's companionship more than she would have thought. They were escorted by a troop of Red Guard knights, with whom she felt comfortable, although these were much more disciplined and decorous than the guards of the merchant caravans she had spent time with. They were genial but respectful toward her, despite her attempts at flirtation. Amicus scolded her privately, saying a queen must maintain royal dignity at all times. You mean I'm never to have any fun? She inquired petulantly. Aye, not with such as these. They are beneath you. Graciousness is to be desired from those in authority, my lady, tips Fedora. Familiarity is not. You will remain chaste and modest while you are at the imperial city. Ew. Baronzaya made a face. I might as well be back at Darkmoor Keep. Elves are promiscuous by nature, you know. Everyone says so. Everyone is wrong, then. Some are, some aren't. The Emperor and I expect you to display both discrimination and good taste. Okay, let me talk about taste for a moment, because taste is not universal. Taste is according to one's own taste. And if you have no taste, then you should develop your own taste. For some people, taste involves drinking dollar store wine, eating fancy cheeses, and reading shitty video game books. This is taste. It is not elevated taste, as some might wish, but it is taste. Now, Baronzaya has her own taste, and that is... And we must respect that, because it is indeed taste. So anyway, let me remind you, Your Highness, tips Fedor, that you hold the throne of Mournhold, not by right of blood, but solely at the pleasure of Tiber Septim. If he judges you unsuitable, your reign will end ere it begins. He requires intelligence, obedience, discretion, and total loyalty. Of all his appointees, and he favors chastity and modesty in women. I strongly suggest you model your deportment after our good Drillian, milady, tips Fedora. I'd as lief Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. And I'm going to look this up because the other day we encountered words that I was like, that is not a word. But this time I must be certain that that is indeed not a word. Because this is outrageous. Oh, okay. He would just as life eat a pincushion. Okay, I would just as life be back in Dartmoor. Apparently that is a word. I hate it. I despise it. It is dreadful. Baronziah snapped resentfully, offended at the thought of emulating the frigid, prudish Durliane in any way. Do we really know that Durliane is frigid and prudish? That is not an option, Your Highness. If you are of no use to Tiber Septim, he will see to it that you are of no use to his enemies either, the general said portentously. If you would keep your head on your shoulders, take heed. Let me add that power offers pleasures other than those of carnality and cavorting with base company. Sometimes one must cavort with base company. Be silenced, fiend. And I did say silenced, as in be silenced, as in someone silence him. I hate him. He began to speak of art, literature, drama, music, and the grand balls thrown at the imperial court. Baronziah listened with growing interest, spurred on not entirely by his threats, but afterwards she asked timidly if she might continue her study of magic while at the imperial city. Symmachus seemed pleased at this and promised to arrange it. Encouraged, she said that she noted 3 of their knights' escorts were women and asked if she might train a little with them, just for the sake of exercise. The general looked less delighted at this, but gave his consent, though stressing it would only be with the women. Anyways. Men in historical novels are so fucking precious. What is wrong with you? Only with the women. You can't be beating the shit out of a man in front of the other men. It would embarrass him, so we have to be precious with him. And we have to protect him from your feminine tomfoolery and wiles. The late winter weather held fair, though slightly frosty, for the rest of their journey, so they traveled quickly over firm roads. I turned the page. On the last day of their trip, spring seemed to have arrived at last. Look. It's not a bad thing to have the same word in the sentence twice if they are both meaning the thing that but on the final day of their trip, spring seemed to have arrived at last. Opposed to, on the last day of their trip, spring seemed to have arrived at last. You see the difference? Or, on the last day of their trip, spring seemed to have finally arrived. For there were hints of a thaw. See, you know. The road grew muddy underfoot, and everywhere one could hear water trickling and dripping faintly, but steadily. It was a welcome sound. We're gonna move on. They came to the great bridge that crossed into the imperial city at sunset. The rosy glow turned the stark white marble edifices of the metropolis a delicate pink. It all looked very new and grand and immaculate. A broad avenue led north toward the palace. A crowd of people of all sorts and races filled the wide concourse. Lights winked out in the shops, and on winked out in the shops and on in the inns. Lights winked out in the shops and on in the inns as ducks as dusk fell, and stars came out singly, then by twos and threes. Even the side streets were broad and brightly illuminated. Near the palace, the towers of an immense mage's guild hall reared toward the east, while westward the stained glass windows of a huge tabernacle glittered in the dying light. Smicus had apartments in a magnificent house 2 blocks from the palace, past the temple of the one he identified as they passed it, an ancient Nordic cult which Tiber Septim had revived. Isn't the Tiber Septim Talos? He said that Baron Zaya would be expected is Tiber Septim is Talos, and Talos is kind of a fascist. Anyways, he said that Baron Zaya would be expected to become a member should she prove acceptable to the emperor. The place was quite splendid, although little to Baron Zaya's taste. The walls and furnishings were done in utter pristine white. I'm just starting to feel sympathetic to the Thalmor. Relieved only by touches of dull gold, and the floors in dully gleaming black marble. Baron Zaya's eyes ached for color and the interplay of subtle shadings. Yeah, I'm starting to feel bad for the Thalmor. In the morning, Symmachus and Drelian escorted her to the imperial palace. Baron Zaya noted that everyone they met greeted Symmachus with a deferential respect, in some cases bordering on obsequiousness. The general seemed to take it for granted. They were ushered directly into the imperial presence. Morning sun flooded a small room through a large window with tiny panes washing over a sumptuously laden breakfast table, and a single man who sat there, dark against the light. He leapt to his feet as they entered and hurried toward them. Ah, Symmachus, our most loyal friend, we welcome your return most gladly. His hands held Symmachus's shoulders briefly fondly, halting the deep genuflection the dark elf had been in the process of effecting. Baron Zaya curtsied as Tiber Septim turned to her. Baron Zaya, our naughty little runaway, how do you do, child? Here, let us have a look at you. Why, Symmachus, she's charming, absolutely charming. Why have you hidden her from us all these years? Is the light too much, child? Shall we draw the hangings? Yes, of course. He waved aside Symmachus's protests and drew the curtains himself, not troubling to summon a servant. You will pardon us for this discourtesy towards yourselves, our dear guests. We've much to think of, though that's scant excuse for hospitality's neglect. But pray join us. What is... Oh, he's closing the curtains. Okay. Is he? I don't know. There's some excellent nectarines from Black Marsh. They settled themselves at the table. Baron's eye was dumbfounded. Tiber Septim was nothing like the grim, gray giant warrior she'd pictured. He was of average height, fully half a head shorter than tall Symmachus. Although he was well knit of figure and lithe of movement, he had a winning smile, bright, indeed piercing, blue eyes, and a full head of stark white hair above a lined and weathered face. He might have been any age, from 40 to 60. He pressed food and drink upon them, then repeated the question the general had asked for her days ago. Why had she left home? Had her guardians been unkind to her? No, Excellency, Baron Zaya replied. In truth, no, although I fancied so at times. Symmachus had fabricated a story for her, and Baron Zaya told it now, although with a certain misgiving. The stable boy, Straw, had convinced her that her guardians, unable to find a suitable husband for her, meant to sell her off as a concubine in Rehab, and when Red Guard had indeed come, she had panicked and fled with Straw. What? This is the story from the other book. So Symmachus is making up that story. Tiber Septim seemed fascinated and listened raptly as she provided details of her life as a merchant caravan escort. Why, 'tis like a ballad, but by the one, we'll have the court bard set it to music. What a charming boy you must have made. Oh, that's interesting. General Symmachus said. Baron Zaya stopped in some confusion, then proceeded. He said, well, that I no longer look much like a boy. I have grown in the past few months. She lowered her gaze in what she hoped approximated maidenly modesty. Or modesty. I don't think. I think this Simicus dude is, like, way more manipulative than even I'm, like, thinking he is. Uh, okay. I know I've been a very foolish girl, Excellency. I must crave your pardon, and that of my kind guardians. I realized that some time ago, but I was too ashamed to go back home. But I don't want to return to Darkmoor now. Excellency, I long for Mournhold. My soul pines for my own country. Oh, dear child, you shall go home, we promise you, but we pray you remain with us a little longer, that you may prepare yourself for the grave and solemn task with which we shall charge you. What? Berenziah gazed at him earnestly, heart beating fast. It was all working just as Simicus. Yep. It said it would. She felt a warm flush of gratitude toward him. Oh, ho, ho! There it is! There it is! There it is! Manipulative little shit. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Anyways, she felt a warm flush of gratitude toward him. But he was careful to keep her attention focused on the Emperor. I am honored, Excellency, and I wish most earnestly to serve you in this great empire. You have built it any way I can. It was the polite thing, or no, the politic thing to say, to be sure, but Berenziah really meant it. She was awed at the magnificence of the city and the discipline and order evident everywhere. And moreover, the fascism was exciting. Oh, the prospect of being a part of it all. And she felt quite taken by the gentle Tiber Septim. I thought Tiber Septim was supposed to be this, like, wicked tyrant. After a few days, Simicus left for Mournhold to take up, well, I guess Simicus is kind of like he would probably be very, very, like, anti-authoritarian. Even though he is in his own right, a little authoritarian. But anyway, after a few days, Simicus left for Mournhold to take up the duties of a governor, until Berenziah was ready to assume the throne, after which he would become her prime minister. So we have a puppet queen with an empire appointed prime minister. I see how it is. Berenziah, with Drelian as chaperone, took up residence in a suite of rooms at the imperial palace. Several tutors were provided her. She's only going to be there for a few months, and all the fields deemed seemly for a queenly education. During this time, she became deeply interested in the magical arts, but she found the study of history and politics not at all to her preference. I mean, on occasion, she met with Tiber Sept in the palace gardens, and he would unfailingly and politely inquire as to her progress, and chide her, although with a smile, for her disinterest in matters of the state. I mean, why does she even need to know matters of the state? She's a puppet queen. However, he was always happy to instruct her on the finer points of magic, and he could make even history and politics seem interesting. Their people shall not draw facts in a dusty volume. Well, then maybe you should not teach them as dry facts in a dusty volume. Perhaps there is a better way of learning. As her understanding broadened, their discussions grew longer, deeper, more frequent. He spoke to her of his vision of a united Tamriel, each race separate and distinct, but with shared ideas and goals, all contributing to the common weal. So now you're trying to tell me that Tiber Septim is a communist, and I'm just not buying it. Some things are universal, shared by all sentient folk of goodwill, he said, so the one teaches us. We must unite against the malicious and the brutish and the miscreated, the orcs, trolls, goblins, and other worse creatures, and not okay, so he's a he is a fascist. This is a fascist. He is a fascist. His blue eyes would light up as she stared into his dream. And Berenziah was delighted just to sit and listen to him. If he drew closer to her, the side of her body next to him would glow as if he were a smoldering blaze. If their hands met, she would tingle all over as if his body were charged with a shock spell. One day, that's interesting. One day, quite unexpectedly, he took her face in his hands and kissed her gently on the mouth. She drew back after a few moments, astonished by the violence of her feelings, and he apologized instantly. We didn't mean to do that. It's just, you are so beautiful, dear, so very beautiful. He was looking at her with hopeless yearning in his generous eyes. She turned away and tears streaming down her face. Are you angry with us? Speak to us, please. Baron's shook her head. I could never be angry with you, Excellency. I love you. I know it's wrong, but I can't help it. We have a consort, he said. She is a good and virtuous woman, the mother of our children and future heirs. We could never put her aside. Oh, boy. Yet there is nothing between us and her, no sharing of the spirit. She would have us be other than what we are. We are the most powerful person in all Tamriel, and Baron's well, I think I am the most lonely as well. Hmm. Power, he said, with sublime contempt. I'd trade a goodly share of it for youth and love if the gods would only sanction it. You can abdicate. You can literally abdicate. But you are strong and vigorous and vital, more than any man I've ever known. This is, Cleopatra. This is, so, Tiber Septim is Julius Caesar, and that would make, the other dude, what's his name? I forget. Yeah, this is, I have to brain thoughts. Yeah, this is Shakespeare. I think it's Shakespeare. Julius Caesar. I mean, it's, it's based on, like, his historical events and things. It like the historical figure. This is, that's, anyway. Today, perhaps, wait. He shook his head vehemently. Today, perhaps. Yet I am less than I was yesterday, last year, 10 years ago. To brute. 10 years ago, I feel the sting of my mortality, and it is painful. If I can ease your pain, let me. Baron's eye moved towards him, hand outstretched. No, I would not take your innocence from you. I am not that innocent. How so? The Emperor's voice suddenly grated harshly, his brows knitted. Baron's mouth went dry. What had she just said? But she couldn't turn back now. He would know. There was straw, she faltered. I was lonely too. I am lonely. I'm not so strong as you. She cast her eyes down in abashment. I guess I'm not worthy, Excellency. No, not so, Baron's my Baron's I cannot last for long. You have a duty toward mortal, and I a duty toward the Empire. I must tend toward mine as well. But while we may, shall we share what we have? Oh, have what we can, and pray the one forgives us our frailty. This is so stupid. Tiber Septim held out his arms, and wordlessly, willingly, Baron's stepped into his embrace. You caper on the edge of a volcano, child, Juliana admonished as Baron's admired the splendid sapphire ring her imperial lover had gave her to celebrate their 1 month anniversary. And just like that, my soul leaves my body again. Just a moment. Okay. How so? We make one another happy. We harm no one. Symmachus, that's the name, Symmachus, bade me be discriminating and discreet. Who better could I choose? And we've been most discreet. He treats me like a daughter in public. Oh, you're young enough to be his daughter. You're probably young enough to be his daughter's daughter, let's be real. Tiber Septim's nightly visits were made through a secret passage that only few of the house were privy to. Himself and a handful of trusted bodyguards. He slavers over you like a cur his supper. Have you not noticed the coolness of the Empress and her son toward you? Berenzia shrugged. Even before she and Septim had become lovers, she received no more from his family than bare civility. Threadbare civility. What's the matter? It is Tiber who holds the power, but it is his son who holds the future. Do not put his mother up to public scorn, I beg you. Can I help it if that dry stick of a woman cannot hold her husband's interest even in conversation at dinner? Oh boy. Have less to say in public. That is all I ask. What? Have less to say in what? She matters little, it is true, but her children love her, and you do not want them as enemies. Tiber Septim has not long to live, I mean, Julian amended quickly at Berenzia's scowl. Humans are all short-lived, ephemeral, ephemeral, as we of the elder races say. They come and go as the seasons, but the families of the powerful ones live on for a time. You must be a friend to this family if you would see lasting profit from your relationship. But how can I make you see truly, you who are so young and human bred as well? If you take heed and wisely, you and Mournhold are like to live to see the fall of Septim's dynasty, and if indeed he has founded one, just as you have witnessed its rise. This is her dialogue is written. It's not tasty. It is the way of human history. They ebb and flow like the inconstant tides. Their cities and dominions bloom like spring flowers, only to wither and die in the summer sun. But the elves endure. We are as a year to their hour, a decade to their day. Berenzia just laughed. She knew that rumors abounded about her and Tiber Septim. She enjoyed the attention, for all save the Empress and her son seemed captivated by her. Minstrels sang of her dark beauty and her charming ways. She was in fashion and in love, and if it was temporary, well, what was not? She was happy for the first time she'd remember, each of her days filled with joy and pleasure, and the nights were even better. That's fun. What is wrong with me? Berenzia lamented. Look, not one of my skirts fit. What's become of my waistline? Am I getting fat? No, baby, you're pregnant. Berenzia regarded her thin arms and legs and her undeniably thickened waist in the mirror with displeasure. Drellian shrugged. You appear to be with child, young as you are. Constant pairing with a human has brought you to early fertility. I see no choice but for you to speak with the Emperor about it. You are in his power. It would be best, I think, for you to go directly to Mournhold if he would agree to it, and bear the child there, alone. Berenzia placed her hands on her swollen belly, tears forming in her eyes. Everything in her yearned to share the fruit of her love with her lover. He'll never agree to that. He won't be parted from me. Now, you'll see. Julianne shook her head. Although she said no more, a look of sympathy and sorrow had replaced her usual cool scorn. That night, Berenzia told Tiber Septim when he came to her for their usual assignation. With child, he looked shocked. No, stunned. You're sure of it? But I was told elves do not bear at so young an age. Berenzia forced his child. How can I be sure? I shall have my healer fetched. The healer, a high elf of middle years, confirmed that Berenzia was indeed pregnant, and that such a thing had never before been known to happen. It was testimony to his excellency's potency. The healer said in sycophantic tones. Tiber Septim roared at him. This must not be, he said. Undo it. We command you. Sire, the healer gaped at him. I may not. Of course you can, you incompetent dullard. The Emperor snapped. It is our express wish that you do. Just, give her a pill. Berenzia, till then silent and wide-eyed with terror, suddenly sat up in bed. No, she screamed. No, what are you saying? Child, Tiber Septim sat down beside her, his face wearing one of his winning smiles. I'm so sorry, truly. But this cannot be. Your issue would be a threat to my son and his sons. I shall no more put it plainly than that. Blech! The child I bear is yours, she wailed. No, it is now, but a possibility. I might be, not yet gifted with a soul or quickened into life. Tiber Septim is pro-abortion. I will not have it so. I forbid it. He gave the healer another hard stare, and the elf began to tremble. Sire, it is her child. Children are few among the elves. No elven woman conceives more than 4 times, and that is very rare. 2 is the usual number. Some bear none, even, and some only 1. I mean, I did. I don't think the issue here is how many children she will potentially have in the future or might not be able to have in the future. I think the issue here is whether or not she is consenting. Like, if I take this one from her, sire, she may not conceive again. You promised us she would not bear to us. We've little faith in your prognostications. Baron's eyes scrambled naked from bed and ran for the door, not knowing where she was going, only that she could not stay. She never reached it. Darkness overtook her. She woke to pain and a feeling of emptiness, a void where something used to be, something that used to be alive. But now it was dead and gone forever. Drellian was so soothed the pain and cleaned up the blood that still pooled at times between her legs. Ew. But there was nothing to fill the emptiness. There was nothing to take the place of the void. The Emperor sent magnificent gifts and vast arrangements of flowers and came on short visits, always well attended. Baron's received these visits with pleasure at first, but time came no more at night, and after some time, nor did she wish him to. Some weeks passed, and when she was completely physically recovered, Drellian informed her that Symmachus had written to request she come to Mournhold earlier than planned. It was announced that she would leave forthwith. Sus. She was given a grand retinue, an extensive trousseau. Trousseau? Why would she be given a trousseau? Let's see. Sus. Befitting a queen, an elaborate and impressive ceremonial departure from the gates of the imperial city. Some people were sorry to see her leave and expressed their sadness in tears and expostulations, but some others were not and did not. Okay, so we were done with that. We're done with that. Okay. We're gonna read this last one. God damn, these take like a long time to read. They're actually like... We read number 4 already? Okay, we haven't read this one. Okay, there's 2 of them. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these away. Oh, we're gonna go actually like do something. Okay. Do I have? What do I have? I don't have anything to stab anybody with. So we actually have to go. We have to go get stabby things. Changed my mind about that. That was fun. I don't know what that was, but it was fun. Alright, yep, we're good. Yeah, we're gonna head back to Riften, because that's where I left my shit. And we're gonna get my shit, and we're gonna, like, go actually do things. Because there's 2 more left to those. And I will be real, that's all I can take. It was pretty bad. I didn't even look at you. I kind of want some tea. Some tea. Okay. Empty shit. Where did I put all my shit? Oh, wait. Nope, I took the books out of here. Oh, wait, no. Amulet. Could sell that. Keep. Okay, in that case, I think my stuff might be... I don't think there's any storage containers down here. Yeah, I think my stuff is in my Thieves Guild chest. So, 12. Let's wait until like 9. Drink a lot of water. Okay. Nothing in here. Oh, we could go thirsty. He usually buys a lot of our stuff. I think he has like a pretty high... These are disgusting dirty too.
From what I hear, black eye. Sure know how to pick your enemies, don't you?
Yup, the Thalmor kind of suck. But so does everybody else. I think everybody in Skyrim sucks. Like, I don't think there's like good guys in Skyrim. I think everybody just like really sucks. Skyrim is like Twitter.
To the pond prawn. Come on in, take a look. Welcome. Take a look.
You can't be on Twitter and be like a good guy. Everybody on Twitter is just a bad guy. But at the same time, they like want to think that they're like the good guy. But they're not. They're all bad guys. That's perhaps controversial. Bye. I really have no idea. Oh, it's now I'm remembering. It's in the nightstand. It's in the nightstand. It is 57 degrees and foggy. Hi, Mommy.
What in the name of oblivion do you want?
I want you to love me. And I don't want you to love me enough to rat out your son about the thing, because I'm afraid you might kill that guy. Oh, look, this is probably the east gate that she was talking about. Or that they were talking about in the book. Oh, that's south. East. That is east. There's no east gate. There's no east gate! This is the east! And there is no gate! Ooh, choppy choppy. Is there any reason why the choppy choppy would be there? No good reason? No good reason. We meant to go... I'm trying to do like 10 things at once. Wait, what is that? That is the north gate! That is like due north! That is east! There is no east gate in Riften! Unless you're trying to tell me that at one time there was an east gate in Riften and it is no longer there. In which case, I suppose. No one has tried to tell me that. So, what the fuck? Okay, we are going.
Something I can help with?
Nothing. You cannot help you with anything. I don't think that anyone can help me. Bow of the blaze. Arrows, 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 arrows. Pickaxe. The rose. The amulet. Lock picking. Aura. See, the 100% faster is just, it's too good. Let's see, armor 0. Armor 42. I don't know. I love my hat. I'm gonna put it away. You know, I hardly ever use magic, though. Empty, empty. Keep the flawless. Keep. Empty, empty. Empty. I'll sell that. No. Nope. Nope. That. Nope. We'll keep that. Keep it. You know what? Actually, I think I want to get the fragments. I want to get the fragments because I want to see. I'm I'm sure that there is somebody out there who can help me fix those. Hold on. Oh. And we'll sell that. We'll sell those. Here we go. Okay, yeah, we'll go put these in our chest. So we can go back here, can't we? Sure. That, no, wait, yeah. So you go through the door and then you turn and go around. Oh, my boy. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, you can see him. He's right there in the back. Being a little puff. An excellent little puff. My excellent puff. Even like see the candle flickering in the background.
Here's some gold. I'll have some work for you.
Hi.
Welcome to
What do you have for sale?
Take a look.
Oh shit, that's the one I just sold her. Damn it. Okay, let's go back. Poison. It's poison. Poison of damage health. Sell it. And then apparel, belted tunic. No thank you. Ooh, glass. 2 seconds! 2 seconds. These are all things that I sold her last time. Get new things. She's so cute. Shut up. Anyways, where were we? We're gonna go out to do a quest or two. We're going to go questing. Because we can. You know. Here. Ooh, right into the wall. Would be nice to know is how long, like when you change a game, how long you've been going. Because there's no way to know that, and I don't remember when I started playing Skyrim. Maybe like around 10. I feel like I was reading for a very long time. What am I doing? I have a bunch of ingredients. I wanted to drop off the ingredients. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go do something. What is here? The ruins of... Let's see. Let's go to this mine. Hopefully it will be... clear of anything that would like to attack us. It feels like it's about time for another dragon attack. Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to be wrong. I'm gonna go take care of it. I mean, I saw a dragonfly over there. So I'm pretty sure there is a dragon somewhere around here. Question is he... Oh, yeah. He's up there at the summit. I killed him, and then he probably respawned. So that somebody else can tell me to kill him. Of course. Mush? A mush? No mush. This is a mush-free log. A mushless log. A log bereft of mush. That is a rock. That is an interesting rock. That's such a bad delay. Ooh, diamond. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We want to look at the map. Okay, so... There's probably going to be a road somewhere up here. That's not a road. Fuck! No thank you! No thank you. I would prefer not. No thank you! Oh, fuck. Run! Run! Let's go this way. No. Mr. Horsey, do you have to be quite so noisome. Oy. Well, that happened interestingly. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Bear. No, thank you, Mr. Bear. I will accept my condolences. I cannot attend to you at this moment. We want to get over there. Oh, fuck. That was not good. We want to get over there without going down into the pit of hell. Yeah, I see a building over there, but I don't see a way to get there. Perhaps if we go back down. Where the fuck is Iona? We go back. Oh, there's a dragon. No, thank you. Off-road. Off-road. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Wolf. No, thank you. I would prefer not. Not again. Not again. Iona! Iona! Help! No, thank you. No, no, thank you. Why is everything attacking me? I'm on the road! Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. That wasn't anywhere near. Oh, God, another bear. Everything and its fucking brother is spawning right on top of me right now. Why? No, thank you. No, thank you. I think this is our turn. Yes. This was absolutely our turn. We found it. And everything tried to kill us on the way here. But we survived, even though our horse is sinking down into hell. We survived. And we have made it here. I swear to God, if that's a fucking dragon, I'm going to lose my shit. Hope it's the bear again. Is he going to come up here? He's coming up here. Fucking bear. Okay, he's not coming. What is seeing me? What is seeing me? Are there people up there? Can they see me? We're going to wait for Iona. Iona, my love, where the fuck are you? Hopefully, she will be there when I walk inside. Who knows? Oh, my boy. My boy. Look at this for a moment. Oh, yes. Oh, very handsome. Oh, look at the paws. Look at the paws. So handsome. So handsome. So delightful.
Crystal.
Oh.
Find
Oh, you little buddy.
apparatus in oculary.
Oh, dear. He died. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Books. Research log. Attendant Gavros. The council has become aware of the lack of progress in your group's efforts. They are particularly pleased to learn that your specifications for the focusing crystal were completely incorrect. The entire Binder's Conclave has worked tirelessly, and the Council is quite sure this new crystal will suit your needs. You are herewith entrusted with delivering the crystal to the site, completing your work, and delivering a full report to the Council with all possible haste. The Council trusts you will deliver the crystal to the Oculori personally, and that there will be no further complications. First adjunct Oronrel. Yes. I don't know. Iona? I have a feeling that Iona may have died, and I am concerned for her. Now, I have a feeling that my... Oh, no, they're good. We're good. What we're going to do is we are going to save, and then we're going to fast travel to where we are, because I think there might be something wrong with Iona. Hopefully this fixes her. Hello, my darling. It is nice to see you again. I was missing your company. Are you coming with me?
Entrance to a dwarven city. All manner of strange traps and machines will be inside.
I see. Then let's go inside. What the heck? Oh, there it's fixed. That was funny. Don't know what happened, but something happened. Let us sneak. Sneak, 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 sneak. Do 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 do. Yep. Iona, do me a favor and don't step on that. Thank you. Thank you. Remind me again why I have to go here? Oh shit. Which arrows am I using? Orcish arrow. Okay, we can do orcish arrow, that's fine. Just bouncing off of it. Did that even help? I don't even know if I'm helping. I'd like to think that I'm helping, but I have no idea. A convector. I hear the scuttling. A little spider in the distance. noise? It's like some kind of machine. Yeah, I see it. Okay, well, I guess I'll get the other one. I guess I will not get the other one. Iona, if I told you to step back and not try to fight them, would you listen to me? I doubt so. I doubt it. Like in Fallout, you can have your followers change their fighting style. That's fun. Is that a vase or a tripwire? I think it's a vase. That's where we came from, I think. Okay, well, let's go here then. Nice. Ooh, moonstone ore. Not bad. What's wrong? Oh, look at you, the sleepiest of boys. The sleepiest of cat princes. The sleepiest of cat princes, sitting on his cat princely throne. With his cat prince fluff, and his little cat princely pointy ears, and his large green kitty eyes. Something tells me that you should not be whacking these things with a hammer. I'm not sure what. Maybe it's the fact that they keep exploding. Perhaps you should shoot them with arrows at a distance. What is that? That is a thingy. I do like thingies. I like stuff and things. Things and stuff and stuff and things. And I especially like things and stuff. What is that? That's just dirt. What I do not like is dirt. Dirt is dirty. Little cat. He is upset with me for not giving him affection. The fuck is that? Some kind of cursed dog. Dog from hell. Hell dog. Disgusting. I believe I've been poisoned. Ew, they were eating dog. That is foul. Happened to you, I wonder. Doesn't matter. You're dead. I'm going to take all of your stuff. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Ooh. This is a very salty cave. Oh, another dead guy. So, are we to deduce that the Falmer have been here? Because that was a Falmer ear that I picked up. I'm gonna say the Falmer have been here. Oh, nice. A trap. Activate. Oh, that's fun. What fun. Is that all? That's disgusting. Oh yeah, the Falmer probably have been here because the Charis work for the Falmer, don't they? They're like Falmer dogs. Iona, are you alright, darling? Fuck. Do not kill Iona! Don't kill me, either! Gross. Disgusting, foul cockroach creature. Iona, are you coming? Excellent. Oh, fuck. I'm whacking my keyboard with my hand. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Fuck! Iona! Mm.
Hey, be careful.
Are you okay over there? What's going on? Why are we making little noises? Are you kidding me? Just give me what I want. Just give me what I want. Yeah, we're going this way. What are we doing this for? Oh, searching for the Synod researchers. Okay, so one man who died. More people are in the oculory heading further into the ruins to see what's going on. So, for something for Mirabelle. Probably to do with the Eye of Magnus thing. One can only hope. Oh, nice. Fuck. I was sneaking!
That it? That your best?
I helped. We're almost full in the inventory. Iona, my darling,
We've
speak
stopped.
to
What
me.
is it? I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Okay.
Lead on.
Oh, fuck. Okay, she got it. What happened? I see something moving back there. Yup, I see it moving. Okay, we're gonna go down this way first, I think. No fall damage! No fall damage! I don't know why that's so fun. There is fall damage though. No, there's fall damage. Ooh. that said. No. But it did not look like it was, that's not good. Autosaving. Oh, okay. 11:19. So, shit. I'm just like sleepy. I guess. Finish this before I quit for the day. Because if I don't finish it, the thing is that I'm gonna forget. Because I'm not streaming tomorrow. Our next stream is Friday. So, oh, that's cool. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Oy. What was that noise? Baby, are you okay? He's doing a little cat snore. Oh, I know what these are. So yeah, if you go in front of that, it's going to fling you over here into the floor. So the question is, how do I get from one side to the other without being flung to the floor? I don't quite know. We shall see, though. How about we just run? Oh, that's nice. Fuck! Anyway, that's what I was talking about. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm going to say that this is not my problem, and that there's not much I can do to help. Because I do, in fact, have very bad aim. And I am as like to hit Iona, not Lydia, Iona. I am as like to hit Iona as I am to hit anything useful to Iona. So, my love, my beloved, hopefully you will catch up with me. Carrying too much to be able to run. Of course, I am. Only Iona was here. I'm sure she will make it to me in 300 seconds. If not, we have bigger problems than me being over encumbered. Oh, there she is. I was worried for a moment. Hi.
Let's get going.
Trade some things with me, darling.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Oh, that's lovely. You carry me, actually. Okay.
Lead on then.
The boilery. Baba, you are so sleepy. I just want to go to him, and I want to, like, pet him. My sweetest of boys. What are you fighting?
It's
Oh, it's a Velmer.
victory is yours.
Yummy. No, thank you. Oh, potions. Let's do. Sword. Healing. Here, Iona is up and talking about destroying, and I rather like that. I appreciate that. I think that that's kind of sexy. Iona should talk about destroying more often, specifically when it comes to destroying me. I think that would be rather fun. I'm just like, to hell with the sneaking. I will run now.
My thanks. I feel better.
Do you? That's nice. He has a lot of shit on him, doesn't he? Those Falmer arrows sure are crap for all the damage that they do to me. I guess it's because they poison them. But the poison that they use is also a shit poison, so it's like, why am I not resisting this poison? Because other people are resisting my poisons. Oh, fuck.
My thanks. I feel better.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just gonna heal you until I run out of magic. Okay. Ooh, virulent poison. Aversion to shock. What is occurring in here, do you think? There's a hole in there, so we should check this one. Before we go. Oh, it has to be unlocked. Really? Doesn't want to be unlocked. Rude. How dare you? Says, I do not care how much you wish to unlock me. I will not be unlocked. Well, yes, there can't be much interesting in there then. Just a bunch of what is that? I don't want to know. Yeah, just a bunch of fuck that thing again. Take care of it. What we could do. Oh, little kitty. mean, they hit me, but it didn't hardly get me at all. That's cool. If I could get them without hitting her, I would, but I can't. So... You're not honoring me right now because I'm about to be killed. Help! 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 Fuck. Potions. No, thank you. Why? Why are they not getting him? Why? Oh. That's what you say, but it still came after me like that, and you did, like, nothing. So, really? No match at all? I don't think so. I don't think so. In fact, I think that you damn near met your match, buddy. Weak sauce. That's fun. More of them. Ew, a human heart. You know, he has a human heart on him, so I don't feel so bad about cutting his ear off now. That's vile, though. It's very dark back here. Is this? No, it's just a thingy. Not like a particular kind of thingy. It's just, you know, a thingy. Not again. There we go. Steel mace. We're getting to the end of this. I hope so. I'm tired. Oh, come on. Iona! Iona! Ew. Wait. I thought I had a poison down here. Virulent poison. Let's do it. Did that hit Iona? I don't know. I hope it did not. Ow. Hi, babe. Love you. Oh, not another one of these. I can't open these. Oh, look. Okay, so we're close. Are you kidding me? It's like right there. Just let me have it. It's straight up like that was it. That was it. The fuck? It's being just picky and angry and mean. And it hates me. Nope. Just let me. Right there. Oh my god. So that's one behind. I'm not leaving this one. It straight up just doesn't want to let me have it. want to read this. Search skeleton. What happened to your hand there, buddy? What's going on there? Can I take his head? I cannot take his head. Huh. I very much wanted his head. The room key. What does that mean? What is the key? What's the key for? What does it unlock? The room? Haha! No thank you.
I've had enough of you.
Me too! You tell him, Iona! Get his ass! Oh, fuck. Oh. Her. Get her ass. Did not mean to go that far. Always run into the problem at the Dwemer ruins that no matter how little I pick up, I'm always still carrying much too much. Walk slower!
That's your best, huh?
It is not quiet. There's still a little red dot. Oh, Jesus. Bye. let's go.
I'm afraid of you.
Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not. Ooh, that's a lot of gold. We have so much gold, though. We literally do not need any more gold. But I mean, once we buy the other houses. Oh, owie, that hurt. The heck? But yeah, once we buy the other houses, we're gonna be kind of broke for a while. Oh, another dead guy. Oh, itchy, itchy. Oh. Oh, you're awake. How's it going, Bubba? He looks so offended. He's like, how dare you talk to me? I am the cat. I'm prepared for a lot of things. Guess we don't need the arrows, huh? We have a lot of orc arrows.
Like the bite of a flea.
I love her. She's so ridiculous. Human flesh. Fun. 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 Focusing crystal. Where's the other one? Why don't you go get him? Go get him! What do I have the two of you for?
We've stopped. What is it?
key. What kind of key? I don't see any keys. Not again. Kind of wanted to move that time. Maybe not. Oh, look, there. Okay, so we're very, very close. I mean, it's not much of a reward. Whatever. What's wrong? You're just doing a little bit of a wiggle. A little bit of a stretch. A little bit of a wiggle. A little bit of a stretch. A little wiggle stretch. Wiggle stretch. Very good. Very good. Very excellent. Very fluffy. Very high quality of cat. Yes. Quality of cat is very high. Very excellently high quality of cat. One might almost say a kitty quality of cat. I feel like we're going the wrong way. The little arrow's pointing back there. These guys are dead. None of them have the key. What the fuck? Are you okay? Because she's okay. Ooh, ebony arrows. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey, the key. Oh, I don't want that. Why did I take that? Are you okay? You need help? Bubba, do you need help? Do you need anything? Are you fluffy? Why can't I take you? Look, you can't just leave skulls lying around if you're not gonna let me take them. It's not fair. Wait, what was in the bowl? And nothing interesting. Let's go. Open. Yay! Ooh. Now, since we already fought a thingy.
Gavros, is that you?
Nope.
I'd almost given up hope. Let me get the door.
Hi.
What the? What are you doing here? What
I
have you done with
came here
Gavros?
looking for you.
And just why would you be doing that? Oh, it doesn't matter now. Gavros is never coming back. And he was supposed to have the crystal. Without that, we're lost.
This crystal?
It's all been for nothing.
I have crystal?
So congratulations, whoever you are. You found the Synod. Just me, alone. Surrounded by angry machines and angrier Falmer.
Mm-hmm. What's this about a crystal?
It didn't work the first time. I tried to tell Gavros, but he wouldn't listen. No, it won't be too cold, he said. Well, I was right, wasn't I? Focused completely wrong by the time we got here. The cold had warped it. Gavros had to cart it all the way back to Cyrodiil. Left the rest of us here to fend off the damnable Falmer.
Mm-hmm. Is this what you're looking for?
You found... How in the world?
I am the Dragonborn.
That's it! I don't know who you are, but you may have just saved this little project.
I am the Dragonborn.
In fact, who are you anyway?
I am the Dragonborn.
You are you? Savos wouldn't even grant us an audience when we came to you, but now you come here expecting something from me? I don't much like this, I'll tell you. But you saved my skin, so maybe I can overlook the past for now. Come on, I'll explain on the way.
Okay. Explain.
No matter what Gavros said, this was my idea first. The council is going to know that when I get back.
Okay, but he's dead now, so...
I was the one who thought of using this oculory. I don't know what the dwarves called it. Something unpronounceable, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
From all our research, it seems they were intent on discerning the nature of the divine. This machinery, all of it, was designed to collect starlight, and then, I'm not sure, split it somehow? It was my idea to replace one of the key elements with our focusing crystal. Months of enchantments went into
Oh, you gotta be careful here, because
Let's just hope they
last
get it
time
right
I
this time.
did, I fell in and I got stuck. Might be a good idea to save. You walk so slow.
Here it is. Magnificent, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Took an incredible amount of work to get what they did. Place the crystal in the central apparatus, and we can start the process for focusing it.
There. And here. Here. And I don't think you're supposed to be up here.
Don't suppose you want to...
You're an asshole. Oh. Get it? No. Okay, there's two are in a row. Oh! I think I know what I'm doing now. No, one more, I think. No, that didn't work. Hmm. Buddy, are you gonna come up here and help me, or do I just have to figure this out on my own? I'm not the smartest. I think we all know that. Work, damn you.
Need something?
What do I do?
Now the crystal needs to be focused. Heating and cooling the crystal will cause it to expand or contract. You'll need to use spells to do that. There should be a few basic tomes around here somewhere in case your trainer is standing.
Magic. Destruction. Flames. Oh, okay. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that. Hmm. Like, one more? Okay, and you need one more? Nope, you need two more. You need either one more or a whole fuck ton more.
Years of work, finally going to pay off. What's this? These results. They're not at all what they should be. This projection should be lit up like the night sky. Something is creating an incredible amount of interference. Something in Winterhold, it looks like. What are you playing at? Is this some attempt to stall my work?
Nope.
So what is it? What have you done? Did you know what we were attempting? Are you here to make sure your plan worked? That our efforts have been for nothing? Well, explain yourself.
Did something go wrong?
Go wrong? Go wrong? Everything is wrong. Everything. Whatever you have at that college has completely interfered with our work here. How did you do it?
I haven't done anything.
But it must be something you're doing. There's no other explanation.
I am dumb as a
You
rock.
have something at your college, don't you? Something immensely powerful. Beyond anything I've anticipated. What is it?
The Eye of Magnus?
The Eye of Magnus? Well, I suppose if that means what I think it does. Well, that's interesting.
Can you help me find the staff or not?
Yes, the staff. Interesting. I can't explain the details. That would be giving away many secrets the Synod have learned over the years.
There's only one synod left.
Also, I doubt you'd be able to comprehend the details.
You're correct, I am
Have you
stupid.
seen the orrery in the Imperial City? It was the inspiration for this idea.
No idea what you're
Instead
talking
of
about.
projecting the sky, we project all of Tamriel, and then harness the latent energies to overlay the positions of... What's important is that all of this work was designed to reveal to us sources of great magical power.
That's not the college, though.
Safeguard the Empire, of course. And yet, in the end, only 2 locations have been revealed to us. One is your college. The other, well, that can only be Labyrinthian. So, mage from Winterhold, despite your intentions, I've beaten your little game. Even if all you've said here is lies, I know you have something in Winterhold the Synod Council will be very interested in. So fine, trudge off to Labyrinthian in search of your staff. I shall return to Cyrodiil and deliver my full report to the Council. This is not over, I assure you.
So, the staff of Magnus.
Well, yes. Probably. I mean, yes. Certainly it is. But that doesn't matter now, because I know you're hoarding something even more important at your college. The Council will be informed of this. They will find out what you're up to.
You're losing it, dude.
Am I? Am I? I think I've discovered more here than I could have hoped to. Your trickery won't confuse me.
Bye!
I think
Weirdo.
we're done here.
Major weirdo. Okay, well, that's a quest done. Where's the Labyrinthian? Oh, I guess I gotta report to him.
You got what you came for, didn't you? Go then, back to your college.
How do I go? This way? This way. They're like a quick way, or do we have to go all the way? Because I'd prefer to go the quick way. Okay. I will be taking your secondhand wine and your gold and this apple.
You have done well thus far, but trying times are ahead.
Oh, hi, buddy.
It is imperative that you return to your college at once.
Okay, that's what I was doing.
You will be called on to take swift action. Rise to the challenge and discover what you are capable of.
That's cool. Okay.
You are on the right path, and you will prevail.
Okay, that's fun. I just, I was trying to just do the thing that you were encouraging me to do, but that's okay. Because you want to stop me and encourage me, and like, okay, I mean, maybe if you just get out of my way and, like, let me do what I'm doing, maybe that, like, I'll just, like, resolve this much faster than if you, like, stop me every 5 minutes to tell me what a great job I'm doing and, like, how awesome I am. Like, I already know that I'm awesome. I am the Dragonborn, Just let me do my thing, dude. Hey, Papa. How you going? How's it going? How you doing? He's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's a happy boy. He is a happy little bean. He's a happy little beanling. So anyway, let's look down upon this magnificent view, that scary little dragon in the distance. We had a intriguing day today. We built an opera house in The Sims 4. We did activities in Subnautica, and we read a lot of books in Skyrim, and we did whatever this was. And seeing as it's almost 8 hours. Jesus, it's been almost 8 hours? What the fuck? I started early today, didn't I? Anyway, seeing as it's been almost 8 hours, I think it's time to end things. So, thank you for joining. If you are interested in watching more, if you had a good time and you're interested in seeing more of my streams, you should follow me on Twitch. And if you're interested in checking out full VODs of my streams after they've, been well, actually I've started editing them a bit now. Nothing serious. I just take, a segment and I trim off the excess from the either end, the other things, and then each game becomes its own segment. I have very crappy download speeds, so it's like difficult to download things to my computer, edit them, and then re-upload them. And oh yeah, uploading is even worse than downloading. So I try to conserve all of my, internet for like streaming, and use the editing stuff that is embedded like in the sites that I'm using to stream and do content. So it's kind of limited in what I can do, but I do my best. and maybe one day eventually I will be able to afford some decent internet, but who the fuck knows. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this down. It's distracting. Thank you for joining, and I will see you in the next one. That will be Thursday, sometime between 3, 4, and 5 o'clock, until, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Sometimes we go, not Thursday, Friday. That will be Friday. Oh, it's Thursday. No stream Thursday. Friday stream. And Friday I will once again be reading books in Skyrim. We will finish the Baron Zaya, the real Baron Zaya. We will be finishing that. We realized that it is smut yesterday. We realized the type of smut, particularly, that it is today. And maybe at some point we will be, seeing a little more of the smuttiness of it. Actually, I'm curious because it does seem to be a Cleopatra and Mark Antony, Julius Caesar kind of thing. I'm curious to see where it's going, because I have a general idea from, the biography of Baron Zaya where it's going to go. But the real Baron Zaya seems to be heading in an entirely different direction. And there's still the issue of the biography of Baron Zaya, which seems to be state propaganda. So I don't know, I was thinking of making like, a PowerPoint, which seems a little bit in excess. But then again, I do like to be extra. Anyways, so Friday we will be finishing our theater. We will be exploring Subnautica in a submarine, perhaps. I'm not sure. And we will be reading more books, finishing the Baron Zaya in Skyrim. So join me Friday from 3, 4, or 5-ish. Follow me for the exact go live moment. And until, 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. I do tend to go late on Fridays. Now, that is rich, seeing as it's 12:20 right now. But I have no sense of time. So anyway, before this becomes any longer, good day and good night. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.